Finish too early? Try these 3 solo training drills, men's sexual health. Do you know that a man's greatest confidence doesn't come from the numbers on the clock, but from the ability to have complete mastery over his own body? In reality, up to 40% of men have experienced a loss of control at some point. This isn't just a physical issue, it's the disappointment when you've tried everything, from medications to exercises, but still haven't found the real key. In this video, I'll share with you a scientific roadmap from how to properly use topical support therapies to a medically proven breath control technique that can help you extend your endurance many times over. We'll start right now. Science and deadly mistakes. The truth about why me. Be honest, every time you fail is the first question that pops into your head always. Am I weak? Or is there something wrong with my head? We often torment ourselves thinking it's all psychological, that we lack masculine confidence. But let me tell you a fairer truth. It's not always in your head. Sometimes your body is speaking to you and you're not hearing it. The root cause may lie deep in your hormones. A minor abnormality in testosterone could be the culprit causing your brake system to malfunction. Or more specifically, it's a physical structural issue. Did you know that for many men, the glans area or frenulum contains too many sensitive nerve endings? It's like having skin that's too delicate. Even a gentle breeze passing by makes you shiver. That's a physical factor, not because you're weak. The death loop and the mistake that kills hope. But the real tragedy begins when that physical factor combines with psychology, creating what I call the vicious cycle of anxiety. Imagine this. The first time you finish early, you're embarrassed. The second time you have sex, your mind isn't focused on enjoyment anymore, but on fear. Damn it. Don't finish early. Don't finish early. And guess what? That very tension activates your sympathetic nervous system, making your heart beat faster, blood pump harder, and you fail again. The more you worry, the earlier you finish. The earlier you finish, the more you worry. It erodes your confidence every single day. And this is when you make the biggest, deadly mistake. In desperation, you go online searching and hear advice from thousands of people. Do Kegel exercises? Squeeze your pelvic floor muscles? Stop right now. Please, I beg you, stop. Here's what few people tell you. For the majority of men with premature ejaculation, your pelvic floor is not weak. On the contrary, it's overly tense. High-tone pelvic floor. Imagine your pelvic floor muscles like a fist that's clenched tight from stress. It's already contracted. Now, you do Kegel exercises, meaning you're trying to squeeze that fist even tighter. What's the result? You're making these muscle groups exhausted and completely losing control. Doing Kegels when you have high tone is like having neck and shoulder pain and then doing heavy shoulder presses. It doesn't make you stronger. It makes your premature ejaculation worse. You're unknowingly pushing yourself into a dead end. The golden key, reverse Kegels. So where's the way out? If squeezing is wrong, then the answer is release. The most scientific and correct solution for this case is reverse Kegel exercises, pelvic floor relaxation. Unlike traditional Kegels, which are squeeze and hold, reverse Kegels are the art of pushing and releasing. Imagine the sensation when you're urinating. You have to push gently for the stream to flow out, right? That's when the pelvic floor descends and relaxes. You need to learn how to actively bring your pelvic floor to this relaxed state, even when you're not using the bathroom, and most importantly, right during intercourse. When arousal builds, the body's natural reflex is to contract, squeeze muscles. Your job is to use your will to perform a reverse Kegel, releasing it. When the pelvic floor relaxes, the arousal signals sent to the brain will calm down and you'll regain control. Sounds counterintuitive, right? But trust me, the difference between squeezing tight and releasing is the line between 1 minute and 10 minutes. And right now, I'll guide you on how to do it. Solo tactics, training alone. I've read your comments very carefully, and there's one opinion that made me think a lot. If a man only has sex 3 times a year, how can he last long? Without practice, where does skill come from? That statement is completely correct. It's raw, but it's the reality for many men watching this video. The problem is this. Sexual skills are just like playing an instrument or lifting weights. You can't expect to become a marathon runner if you only lace up your running shoes 3 times a year. When the frequency of intercourse is too sparse, your body falls into a state of starving for stimulation. And when that rare opportunity comes, your nervous system will overreact, leading to everything ending before it even begins. Bad habits. When going solo. But the tragedy doesn't stop there. Because you don't have a partner, most of us satisfy our needs by taking care of it ourselves. Masturbation. And this is when you unknowingly harm yourself without knowing it. Let's be honest with each other. When you pleasure yourself, what's usually your goal? To finish quickly. You rush to get it done before bed, do it quickly in the shower, or sneak around afraid of being caught. Unknowingly, you're reprogramming your brain. You're teaching your body the lesson that whenever there's stimulation, ejaculate immediately. You're turning masturbation into a sprint race when real sex actually needs to be an endurance run. What's the consequence? When you meet the woman of your life, your brain will run the exact program you've trained thousands of times when alone, super fast finish. And then your confidence collapses at the most important moment. Turn your bedroom into a training ground. So, what's the solution? Don't wait until you have a girlfriend to practice. Turn your self care sessions into serious training sessions, solo training sessions. This is the perfect environment because there's no pressure, no judgment, and you don't have to apologize to anyone. I'll guide you through 2 golden techniques to reprogram your brain starting tonight. Technique 1, the red light strategy, stop start technique. Start pleasuring yourself as usual, but your task is to listen to your body to recognize the point of no return, the moment when arousal reaches about 7 or 8 on a scale of 10. Right when you reach that point, stop completely. Let go. Relax your whole body. Take deep breaths. Wait for the climax to pass and arousal to drop. Then, start again. Golden rule, you must do this 3 times. Only on the 4th time are you allowed to finish. Practice this 2 to 3 times per week. Technique 2, the squeeze technique. If you feel that simply pausing isn't enough to control the rising wave of arousal, apply a more direct physical intervention. When arousal reaches the 8 out of 10 threshold, apply moderate pressure to the frenulum area, the nerve concentrated area on the underside of the head. What's the mechanism here? This pressure helps temporarily regulate blood flow and sends an immediate interrupt signal to the central nervous system. The overwhelming arousal sensation will subside immediately, allowing you to hit the brakes in time. You may feel slightly uncomfortable for the first few seconds, but this is an extremely effective technique to reprogram your body's sensitivity threshold. My sincere advice is master this technique during solo practice sessions first. When you understand your body's reactions and have mastered the steering wheel on the practice field, you'll be completely confident when entering the real race. You can absolutely apply these 2 techniques with your partner. However, the reality is that stopping midway can kill her mood or confuse you. Therefore, my sincere advice is master it alone first. Master your steering wheel on the practice field before rushing onto the big racetrack. When the body auto presses the panic button, have you ever wondered why, at the peak moment of climax, your heart pounds like it wants to jump out of your chest and your breathing becomes rapid and short? That's not just excitement, that's your body being uncontrollable. Biologically, when you're overstimulated, your nervous system switches to fight or flight mode. Your body misunderstands that sex is a danger that needs to be resolved quickly. It commands, release now and get out of here. And the problem is, once that switch is flipped, you can almost no longer turn it off with willpower. You try to hold back, but your body is sprinting to the finish line. To fight that natural mechanism, many brothers turn to shortcuts, numbing sprays or creams. I understand this psychology. You want a quick solution, a silver bullet to solve the problem immediately. But here's the pain few tell you about. It's a sharp, double-edged sword. You apply it hoping to become a 30-minute warrior. But then tragedy strikes. You apply too much, and your little guy becomes completely numb. You don't feel anything anymore, and worse, it goes limp. Erectile dysfunction, right in the middle of the fun. More horrifying, you forget to wash it off, and the numbing agent transfers to your partner, making her numb too. From wanting to please your partner, you turn lovemaking into a numb experience for both. That's a real bedroom disaster. The mechanism to break time and how to use topical support therapies safely. So, where's the way out? I have three solutions for you, from free body hacks to safe medication use. Solution one: boost for the nervous system, diaphragmatic breathing. Why do I call this the most important technique? Some clinical reports have shown that proper breath control can help men significantly extend their time maintaining a relaxed state, in some cases, showing improvement far beyond normal. What's the scientific mechanism here? When you breathe deeply with your belly, diaphragmatic breathing, you're sending a direct signal to the brain to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. It's like actively hitting the brakes to bring your body from a panicked state with a fast heartbeat back to a calm and controlled state. When your mind is calm, the pelvic floor muscle groups will also relax, helping you regain control of the game.
Solution 2: HIIT exercise, the divine 7 minutes. You don't need to grind away at the gym. One study showed that just 7 minutes of HIIT, high intensity interval training, per day shows improvement in ejaculation time after just 2 weeks. This exercise helps you increase internal body perception, helping you recognize signals earlier to break in time. Safe use of topical support therapies. If you're still in the training process and need an immediate support solution to boost confidence, topical support therapies, usually containing active ingredients like lidocaine or prilocaine, are an option to consider. However, for these ingredients to be effective without causing side effects, you need to follow these three golden principles. Optimal absorption time. The biggest mistake is using it and going into battle immediately. These ingredients need time to penetrate the epithelial layer. Use it about 10 to 15 minutes before starting. If used too early, the effect will fade. If too late, the medication won't have time to take effect. Dose control. Dose testing. Everyone's body is different. Always start with the smallest possible amount to test your body's reaction. Avoid excessive use leading to complete loss of sensation or affecting your little guy's ability to maintain stability. Partner protection principle. This is most important. After letting the ingredient absorb for about 10 to 15 minutes, you must wash it off thoroughly or use a condom before direct contact. Otherwise, these ingredients will transfer to your partner, reducing their sensation and making lovemaking numb for both. Remember, support therapies are only temporary tools. Our ultimate goal is still to master the body naturally through the nervous system control exercises I've shared. The hidden side of lasting too long, and final advice. Before ending this video, I want to spend a moment on a special audience group, those who have probably been feeling lost and abandoned in this very conversation. I've read these troubled confessions. My problem is I last longer than I want to, or more painfully, I can go continuously for 3 hours and still can't finish. In popular culture, society often celebrates lasting long as a sign of masculine prowess, a superpower everyone craves. But for you, those with delayed ejaculation syndrome, I know that's not a gift, that's a burden. Imagine you're climbing a mountain, you climb and climb, your body exhausted, drenched in sweat, but the summit keeps getting further away. Sex should be enjoyable, but for you, it becomes physical torture. Some have shared that not being able to ejaculate causes severe headaches, feelings of restlessness, build up to the point where it's not fun anymore. It erodes joy in life and turns intimacy into an exhausting obligation. And what's most dangerous? When you watch this video and follow blindly. If you have difficulty finishing and you apply the advice I've given from the beginning of the video until now, like the stop-start technique, stopping at climax, or using numbing sprays, it's like pouring more fuel on the fire. You're trying to hit the brakes on a car that already can't accelerate. Using numbing agents or trying to hold back will make your loss of sensation worse, pushing you into a completely numb state. Please don't apply exercises for the premature ejaculation group to your body. So what's the solution? For the delayed ejaculation group, I hear you. I understand your pain. Your cause is usually completely opposite. It could be side effects from antidepressants, nerve damage, or excessively aggressive masturbation habits. Death grip. I promise to make a dedicated deep dive video to free you from this 3-hour hell if you request it in the comments below. For now, stay away from numbing sprays. For the premature ejaculation group, the majority of you, my final advice isn't a magic pill, but a life attitude: consistency. No miracle happens overnight. The pelvic floor needs time to learn how to relax. The nervous system needs time to reprogram and adapt through coordinated breathing techniques for the parasympathetic system. And medications also need time for doctors to find the appropriate dosage. Most of the methods I've shared today need several weeks, even several months of continuous practice to see clear results. Don't give up after the first 2 to 3 days. Sometimes victory doesn't come from a single weapon. The most dramatic change usually comes from a combined total effort. See a psychologist to remove pressure. Practice breathing exercises and stop-start at home. Use support medication if necessary.
Action plan. Don't close this video yet. Knowledge will just be empty theory if you don't act. If you want to see change, here are 3 things you can do tonight. 1. Practice belly breathing technique right now. Don't wait until the actual moment to practice. Right now, place your hand on your belly. Take a really deep breath so your belly expands and breathe out slowly. Remember, controlling your breathing is the most direct way to cool down your nervous system. Make belly breathing a daily habit so your body always maintains a calm and proactive state in all situations. 2. Schedule a solo session. Tonight, dedicate private space for yourself. Apply the stop start technique I've guided. Stimulate, stop, release, and repeat 3 times. Remember, this is training, not a race. You can do this completely alone without pressure from a partner. 3. Recheck your Kegel exercises. Ask yourself, when I practice, am I squeezing in or releasing? If you find yourself constantly clenching your pelvic floor, stop immediately because it could make things worse. Instead, focus on the feeling of release like when you're urinating. The power is in your hands. Be persistent because results don't come after one night, but after several weeks of practice. If you found this video helpful, hit the subscribe button. That's the best and free way for you to join me on the journey to reclaim masculine confidence. See you in the next video.